Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we're taking you on a trip to a place that's, let's just say, a little more, how do you say, sand and glam than your average vacation spot. We're talking about Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, you heard that right. Riyadh. Now, before you start picturing endless desert, and I don't know, maybe a camel or two, let me tell you, Riyadh is so much more than that. We're talking history, culture, shopping, you name it, Riyadh's got it. Whether you're a history buff who loves digging into the past, a shopaholic who needs their retail therapy, or just someone looking for a unique, exciting vacation, Riyadh has something for everyone. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the top 5 places you absolutely cannot miss when you visit Riyadh. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. First up, we're traveling back in time to 1902. Picture this, a young Ibn Saud, the future founder of Saudi Arabia, is on a mission to reclaim his ancestral homeland. He's got a small but determined force, and they're about to storm Al Masmak fortress, held by their rivals. This isn't just any fortress, this is the key to Riyadh, and taking it is a serious power move. Now imagine you're standing right there, inside the walls of Al Masmak fortress. You can practically hear the clash of swords, the thunder of hooves, the shouts of the warriors. You can feel the weight of history all around you. That's the kind of experience you get at Al Masmak. Today, it's a beautifully preserved museum. You can walk through the very gate Ibn Saud and his men breached, see the watchtowers, even check out the well they used for water. It's like stepping right into a history book, only way more exciting. Okay, now fast forward about 100 years, you're in Riyadh and you see this thing. It's like someone took a giant bottle opener and said, let's make it a skyscraper. That, my friends, is the Kingdom Center Tower. One of the most iconic buildings in the city, if not the entire Middle East. But here's the kicker, you don't just go to the Kingdom Center to look at it from the ground. Oh no, you go up, way up to the sky bridge. It's this incredible observation deck that juts out from the side of the building, giving you panoramic views of the entire city. We're talking about seeing Riyadh spread out before you like a giant glittering map. You can see the old city, the new developments, the desert stretching out beyond. It's breathtaking, literally and figuratively, and if you're lucky enough to catch the sunset from up there, forget about it. It's pure magic. Chapter 3, National Museum, A Journey Through Time. Alright, so you've conquered a fortress, touched the sky, now it's time for a little culture. And there's no better place to get your fill than the National Museum of Saudi Arabia. This place is like a crash course in Saudi history, culture, art, and everything in between. You've got ancient artifacts from the dawn of civilization, manuscripts from centuries past, traditional clothing and jewelry, and even a whole section dedicated to the discovery of oil, you know, the stuff that pretty much built modern Saudi Arabia. But the best part, the National Museum doesn't just tell you about the past, it connects it to the present. You see how traditions have evolved, how art has flourished, and how Saudi Arabia has become the modern nation it is today. It's like watching a country come of age, all in one museum. Chapter 4, Diriyah, where it all began. Now, for those of you who like your history a little more tangible, a little more walk the streets where it happened, then Diriyah is calling your name. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is like stepping back in time to the 18th century. We're talking about the original capital of the first Saudi state, a place where the history of the country was written. You can wander through the narrow alleyways, marvel at the mud brick architecture, and imagine what life was like back in the day. But Diriyah isn't just a relic of the past. It's been beautifully restored with museums, cultural centers, and even some fantastic restaurants popping up. So you can experience the history, but also enjoy some modern amenities. Because hey, even history buffs need a good meal, right? Chapter 5, Riyadh Zoo, fun for the whole family. And finally, we've got something for the animal lovers and the families out there, the Riyadh Zoo. Now, I know what you're thinking, a zoo in the middle of the desert, but trust me on this one. The Riyadh Zoo is more like a sprawling park with some amazing animals hanging out. We're talking lions, tigers, bears, oh my, plus a whole bunch of other creatures from around the world. And the best part is the animals have plenty of space to roam around in, so it feels more like you're observing them in their natural habitat rather than a cramped zoo enclosure. Plus, there are playgrounds, picnic areas, and even a train that takes you around the park. It's the perfect place to escape the city bustle for a while, enjoy some fresh air, and maybe even learn a thing or two about the animal kingdom. So there you have it, folks, our whirlwind tour of the top 5 must-visit spots in Riyadh. From ancient fortresses to towering skyscrapers, cultural treasures to family fun, Riyadh really does have it all. Who knew a city in the middle of the desert could be so exciting, right? So next time you're planning a trip, ditch the usual tourist traps and consider an adventure in Riyadh. You won't regret it. Thanks for joining us on this tour of Riyadh's top attractions. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more travel tips and guides. And hey, if you've been to Riyadh, share your experiences in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels.